Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cheyenne, and I am a mom, wife, nurse, rancher, business owner, and we are on a financial journey of decreasing debt and increasing savings. So today in this video, we are updating all of our dashboards for our binders that we stuff cash into. And these are like our sinking funds. So I have a few different binders. I have a more of what I guess you could call a high priority binder. And then I have a more of a low priority binder. I have a 6-month ahead binder. I have a holiday binder. And then I have a savings challenge binder. And these dashboards are for my low priority binder and my high priority binder. So the blue dashboards are for more of my low priority sinking funds, and then the green dashboards are more for my high priority sinking funds. And with this, this is just how we save some of our money. We set it aside in cash until we have a certain amount, and then I take that money out and I put it into our high yield savings account, which we use Ally for. And I do have a referral link in the description box below if you're interested in a high yield savings account. What I love about Ally is that you can create what they call buckets, and it's essentially an online version of the cash envelopes. I can categorize each, or I can name each bucket with like insurance, retirement, house, car, whatever I want them to be. And then I can put money into each bucket. And then the interest is over the whole amount that you have in that account, not just on each individual bucket. So I love using Ally. Like I said, there is a referral link down in the description box below. So here, like I said, we're just getting all these updated, and then we will go through at about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I start to talk to you guys a little bit more about the envelopes and show you where they're all going. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please be sure to give it a like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. And please let me know about any of your budgeting wins or the budgeting journey that you're on. And we will talk to you soon. Not for one, and then enough for the shiny for the other. So it's all. Alright, so let's start with our orange binder, and we are going to just work on switching them out of what we already have, and then we'll add in, I did make some new envelopes with some new categories as well. Alright, sure. Okay, so I am going to actually be moving our homeschool envelope into my binder. Alright, so next we're going to do clothes, and I just switched this to our names because I want to do this more of like a spending envelope. So we're just going to have our names on there, and then this is just kind of a spending envelope. So if there's something we want, if we want to spend it on clothes, we can do that. Whatever. So let me get, this is why I'm switching envelopes. These are such a pain to open. Okay, so we have 60 for Cheyenne. That would be me. Perfect. And then we're going to do Kyle next. And I'm going to set that one here. Okay, so Kyle also should have 60. Perfect. And then let's see, the boys have 130. So we'll just put 110 in writer, or 50, I'm sorry, we'll put 60 in writer. Cool. And then we'll put 70 in Cooper, and then I will just find another 10 to add into writers. All right, and then we have Costco, which is empty. So we'll just add in our new envelope, and it's just Costco Sam's, and that's for like membership. And then if we have like a bulk, we're gonna go do a bulk purchase. All right, and then we have personal care and hygiene. And so we have 70, 90, 100 in personal care. All right. And kids' activities. We have 1, 2, 3, and 400. And then we also have some money in the bank, but I'll do that here in a minute. I'll do all my in the bank updates. All right, so kids' activities. Then we've got appliances. And that's empty right now. Furniture is also empty right now, but we do have some money in the bank. Okay, electronics, we have 250. So add that in there for electronics. Okay, and then some envelopes that I'm adding. So we've got home gym, haircuts, dentist, eye doctor, insurance, retirement, rental house, and then miscellaneous. And this envelope, or these envelopes are more, I don't really necessarily have like a low priority or high priority, but these are ones that I kind of just stuff when I have extra money versus like actively trying to stuff them. Whereas like with my other one, that one is like homeschool, vacation, medical. And I went back and forth on putting like the eye doctor and the dentist in with like the medical, but we have really good insurance. And so I'm more so just wanting to start saving for that in the instance that like one of us needs something major, or like my kids need braces. Hopefully that doesn't happen, something like that that may come up later on. And so that's kind of why I put it in this one, where I'm not going to be trying really hard to stuff it, but I am going to try to stuff it, if that makes sense. So we'll pull that one back down here in a minute and flip through it. Let's just switch these envelopes out, and then we'll add in our in the banks as well. Okay, so we'll start with homeschool, and we have $100 in there right now, and then we do have some in the bank, so we'll update that here in just a moment. All right, vacation, we've got $100 as well, and then we also have some in the bank that we will update. Okay, house, come on. Okay, so we have in the bank, which probably needs updated. Oh, let me put my envelope in here. House. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside for right now because we're going to update those. So we have 150, 70, 80, 85, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. So 194 in house. And then, like I said, we do have some in the bank, and we'll update that. Okay, car. We have in the bank slip, and we may need to update that. So we'll set that here. And then we're going to do card care and tags. And then we're going to do our emergency. And again, we have some in the bank, and we'll probably have to update that. But then we also have $200. Okay, so then we've got healthcare needs and medical bills. So I'll take our health one out. And so for medical, we've got 200. And then we also have some in the bank. Perfect. Okay, and then business, we've got 300. And then we added taxes onto here as well. Awesome. Okay. So let's go through and update our in the bank dashboards. So let's start in our holiday binder. And for Christmas, we've got, go back here to Christmas. Okay, so for Christmas, we have $257.13. So this is accurate. So we've got 257.13 plus 150, 250, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, and 350. So plus 350. So we're at $607.13 for Christmas. So I have my tablet over here to the side, and I'm just going to jot that down in my notes. So 607.13. Perfect. Okay, so that's it for holiday binder. So for our 6-month ahead binder, I'm going to just add a little dashboard right here in the front, just so I know. And I currently have $2,866 in the bank for our 6-month ahead. And I'm just going to set that here. Actually, I'm going to set that here. That way we know what we have in the bank. And I'm not going to count through this right now. So we'll do that later. Okay, and then for our gray binder. Okay, so we have in homeschool, which should be our first one here. All right, so in homeschool, in the bank, we have $550. So we've got 100 in there, so we're at $650 for homeschool. Awesome. Okay, so then for vacation, we have 250 in the bank. So we'll make a placeholder for that. And then we have $100 in our envelope. So we're at 350. And my goal for vacation is to get 1,500, just so that we can try and take some bigger vacations, hopefully. So 250 in bank. All right, so for house, we have 700 in the bank, and then we have 850, 870, 880, 85, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. So 894 in house. And for car, we've got 562 in car, and that's in the bank. Car care and tags is empty right now. Okay, so for emergency, we've got 1508.16 plus 200, so we've got 1708.16. And my goal for this was 1,500. Since we have now surpassed that, I'm upping this goal to 3,000. All right, healthcare needs. We've got $793.50 in the bank. All right, medical bills. We have $325 in the bank. And then we have 200, so we're at 525. For medical bills. Okay, and then we currently don't have anything in the bank for business or taxes. So that is the gray binder with our updated envelope tags. Love it. It looks so good. All right, and then we'll do our orange binder. So nothing for Cheyenne, Kyle, Ryder, or Cooper. Nothing for Costco. Nothing there. Okay, so kids activities, we have $110 in the bank. And then we have 400. So we're at 510. For kids' activities. Appliances, we have 165. And if you just take, I have these on my Etsy shop, and then I advise you to like laminate them. And then if you write in Sharpie, and then when you need to update it, if you just take a magic eraser, these come right off. Just a little side note. All right, and then furniture, we've got 215. And that should be it. Everything is officially updated. So now we got some new envelopes we can work on stuffing. And then we have these nice new dashboards that are just a lot cleaner looking. And I love it. Love, love, love. Let me know what you think. And now that we've got all that updated, our cash stuffing videos will be accurate. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please be sure to give it a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.